On this episode of This Is True Really News, Tony says,
apparently.
Scott says, notices. Tony says,
Crane. Scott says,
family.
well, let's not ever do that again.
Please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News if you haven't already, and tell everyone you know to do the same thing.
Thank you.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
So, when 20-year-old Alicia Moy and 21-year-old Jordan Cobbold broke it off after just a few weeks of dating,
Sounds painful.
well, breakups always are. Yep.
Oh, it was
Moy.
the relationship that got broken off.
Attaboy, because otherwise we'd be back. Another Viagra story comes to mind, and it's just... Anyway, young Ms. Moy was ready to move on. But young Master Cobbold, apparently, see, told you, was not. According to Metro News, a couple of weeks after they met, Cobbold suggested that he take a key to her flat in Suffolk, England, which raised red flags for her.
Okay.
She said, I remember telling my mom because I was worried about it. After she messaged him to break it off, she returned home from work to find something wrong in her apartment. According to Miss Moy, he pulled my shoes out of the little cloakroom and poured beans and spaghetti in there. There were condiments splattered all over the wall.
What an idiot. Beans don't go in spaghetti.
Yeah, but when you're using shoes along with them, it's not. It's.
Oh, I suppose you're right.
It's not a big faux pas, but it's been done.
That could be the dancer's version. You know, the
Condiments splattered all over the walls. Cooking sauce poured all over the vacuum cleaner. He had also cut the cords to all her brand new electrical appliances. Rough estimate, $2,000 in damages. Police took time out of their busy day to arrest him. A couple days later, he was fined, given community service, and the ever popular restraining order.
good idea.
Yep. She needs one of those rocket launchers. Just one.
Or the practice grenade, just to scare him.
No, I want the rocket launcher.
Notices
He's taking the scare part right out of this now, man. This is war.
Notices were put up on.
I mean, when you use SpaghettiOs to deface my home, SpaghettiOs.
Oh, especially if they're my own. You've crossed the
One more
line
time.
here. Notices were put up on Huntley Street in Darlington a while back, alerting motorists to an imminent road closure for resurfacing.
Uh-oh.
It seems one BMW driver, just one?
Only one. It only takes one.
Yeah, but you'd imagine all of them doing it, right?
Well, you would think.
Didn't get or ignored the message, the latter being the more likely.
Uh-oh.
Residents say commuters often park on the street and it's close to the Darlington rail station, right?
Yeah.
Since there are no parking restrictions on the street, the Darlington Council felt they couldn't tow the vehicle out of the way, so they paved around the car and said they'd be back to finish the job when the car is gone at extra cost. They have attempted to contact the owner to no avail. The mystery remains.
You know, if you get 3 college guys and tell them there's beer and pizza, they'll just move that thing wherever you want it.
It is one of the smaller BMWs.
You know,
so maybe the guy's only a little bit of a prick.
You get 3 and just roll it up on its side and go ahead.
There we are.
An unidentified crane driver. I'm going to hit those things every time we do that. We're an unidentified crane driver in Dublin, Ireland, lost his job after he recorded himself dropping a bag of his own poo from the crane cab onto a rooftop. What is it with this scat mentality of late?
Does his brother live in Florida?
I'm beginning to... A Florida man in Dublin. Wait, no, that wouldn't work. Dublin Live reports that while flinging the sack of stuff overboard, the man joked about the joys of being a crane driver and laughed, much to the horror of social media viewers who saw the video. Because honestly, when we do something stupid now, we want to have it memorialized for some odd reason. I'm just grateful that when we were kids, A video camera was this big and required setup in a whole other person.
Right.
The construction company said the driver had been removed immediately and would not work on any of our sites in the future. They also asked social media platforms to remove the video, which I'm guessing didn't ever happen because, let's be honest,
They're out of luck.
yeah. So actually, besides throwing it on the roof, it also hit the fan.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's the two-fecta. Two-fecta. Massachusetts family was driving down the road the other day because driving in the ditch
Wait a minute,
is
if you're from
frowned upon.
Texas.
Yeah, fine. Anyway, they noticed a distressed puppy by the side of the road.
How'd they know he was distressed?
Well, the family was concerned the cute little pup was abandoned.
Oh.
And it was just sitting there kind of shaking and stuff. So they took it home.
Oh.
Turns out the little nipper wasn't a dog at all.
It was a hyena.
Baby coyote.
Oh, mine was more fun.
Once they realized their mistake, the family called the local wildlife center for help. The Cape Wildlife Center confirmed. I do hope they have a cape in their logo
Please.
and maybe a little mask.
You know, like a dog with like crypto.
Yeah. That'd be great. The Cape Wildlife Center confirmed it was an eastern coyote that had been separated from its pack. Dozens of followers on Facebook agreed it was an easy misunderstanding, with some sharing their mixed experiences with finding wild coyotes. One lady rescued an entire litter, I should say, of coyote puppies, but warned they grew up to be aggressive. Another disagreed and said their coyote was never vicious or even nippy and happily lived with the family for 16 years. They went on to say their beloved pet, Wiley, only once came home with an enormous lump on its head and a giant Acme anvil perched on top.
Meep, meep.
Meep,
meep. Meep, meep.
This is true, really news. Send email to titr@netradio.network.